You know that feeling. When you rise from a chair and your knees tremble ever so slightly, or when a light grocery bag seems to pull your whole arm downward, as if your legs can no longer bear the load. Maybe you've told yourself, it's just age. Or maybe you've quietly accepted that your body is slowing down, little by little. But today, let me share something with you that might just change the way you walk. Literally. Because it turns out, the reason your legs feel weaker might not be age at all. It might be the vegetables on your plate. Strange, isn't it? We're told that vegetables are always good, that the more we eat, the better we'll feel. But the truth is, not all vegetables are your friend after 60. Some might quietly steal your strength, inflame your joints, slow your circulation, and rob you of the independence you've worked so hard to keep. And yet, there are others. 3 powerful, humble vegetables that can rebuild what time has taken, helping you walk stronger, think clearer, and feel more alive than you've felt in years. If you've ever felt your legs grow weaker for no reason, I'd love if you left a number 6 in the comments below. That way, I'll know I'm not alone in this journey. And maybe we can take the next steps together. Today's goal is simple. By the time this story ends, you'll know which 3 vegetables to eat every single day to protect your legs, your mind, and your heart, and which 3 to avoid, no matter how healthy they seem. Because your strength doesn't fade in one day, but it can return, one good meal at a time. Picture this. It's early morning. Soft golden light spills across a modest kitchen table. There's a small plate of sautéed eggplant, a bowl of creamy mashed potatoes, and a colorful bell pepper waiting to be sliced into breakfast. Everything looks wholesome. But under that peaceful morning scene, something is quietly wrong. Now meet Eleanor. She's 68, retired, living with her daughter and 2 grandkids. Eleanor's cheerful, always humming a tune while she tidies the house. But lately, something's changed. She's been moving slower. She hesitates at the stairs. Her legs feel tired halfway through her morning walk, and when she kneels to tie her shoes, she needs a chair to get back up. Her daughter says, "Maybe it's time to get a cane, Mum." Eleanor smiles, but her heart sinks. I used to walk everywhere, she thinks. What happened to me? At first, she blames it on getting older, but one afternoon at a routine doctor's visit, something unexpected comes up. The doctor doesn't mention medicine. He doesn't bring up new exercises. Instead, he asks, "Eleanor, what vegetables do you eat most days?" Eleanor hesitates for a moment, then answers softly, "Well, I usually eat eggplant. I sauté it in the mornings, sometimes a baked potato at lunch, and I slice green bell peppers into almost everything." The doctor nods and leans in. "You may not realize it, Eleanor, but those 3, eggplant, green bell pepper, and white potato, might be part of the reason your legs feel weaker." Eleanor looks confused. "But they're vegetables," she says. "Aren't they supposed to help me?" He smiles gently. "Not all of them. Some vegetables, especially ones from the nightshade family, contain natural chemicals that can cause low-grade inflammation, especially in aging bodies." He explains, "Eggplant contains solanine, a compound that can inflame your joints and muscles, especially if you already have arthritis or stiffness. It builds slowly, quietly, until one day your legs don't respond the way they used to." Eleanor thinks back. Her knees used to ache more on mornings after eggplant dinners. She had just assumed it was age, or the weather. Then he continues, "And green bell peppers, they were high in lectins, which can irritate the gut lining and block proper absorption of nutrients. For people over 60, it's a slow drain on the body, less circulation, more stiffness, even numbness in the feet." Eleanor remembers how her toes had felt tingly last week. She had brushed it off. But now, it made sense. "And white potatoes," he adds, "spike your blood sugar, which leads to inflammation in your blood vessels, especially in the legs. Over time, this weakens your circulation and makes your muscles feel tired, even before you move. Eleanor sits silently. She feels a mix of surprise and a quiet sorrow. I've eaten these foods all my life, she says. I thought I was doing everything right. The doctor places a hand gently on the table. You were doing your best, he says. But now you know more, and that means you can do better. That night, Eleanor stands at her kitchen counter, looking down at the familiar ingredients. The eggplant she planned to fry, the potatoes sitting in the basket, a green bell pepper resting beside the cutting board. She reaches for the trash bin, then pauses. Instead, she picks up her phone and types in, "Best vegetables for circulation and muscle strength after 60. What she finds surprises her. Simple answers. Nothing exotic, nothing expensive. Just 3 powerful choices, waiting to return strength to her legs and hope to her steps. Eleanor didn't wait long. The very next morning, she walked past the eggplant at the market, past the green peppers, and past the potatoes. Instead, she picked up a fresh head of broccoli, a bunch of spinach, and a handful of bright orange carrots. Something about them felt alive, hopeful. She brought them home, washed them gently, then steamed the broccoli until it was just tender, not soggy. She sautéed the spinach quickly in olive oil with a pinch of garlic, and she ate a raw carrot, crisp, sweet, grounding. That night, she slept better than she had in weeks, and though her knees still ached a little, she felt lighter, less foggy somehow. Days passed. Each morning, Eleanor added these 3 vegetables to her plate. Broccoli, with its quiet power to reduce inflammation. Spinach, the green engine behind strong muscles and better circulation. Carrots, gentle protectors of her eyes, her nerves, her balance. She didn't expect miracles. But 2 weeks later, something happened. She reached for a cup high in the cupboard. Usually she'd need to steady herself first, press her weight into the counter. But this time, she just reached. No wobble, no strain. That afternoon, as she walked through the park with her grandkids, she noticed her stride was quicker, smoother, and when one of them ran ahead and called back, "Grandma, race me!" she laughed and jogged after them. Later, sitting on the bench beneath a tree, Eleanor touched her knee softly and whispered, "Was it really just the vegetables?" A breeze passed over her face. The sun warmed her back, and for the first time in a long while, she didn't feel fragile. She felt steady. Eleanor's confidence was growing. Her steps were stronger, her thoughts were clearer, her spirit lighter. But one evening, as she sat with a warm cup of tea, flipping through her old recipe notebook, she stumbled across a page she hadn't seen in years. It was her mother's recipe. A simple stew, made with love. And something else. One main ingredient, a vegetable she'd never questioned. One that seemed harmless. Comforting, even she paused. And something in her body remembered. The heaviness in her legs after certain meals, the quiet fatigue that came without reason. Could it be? Could this one trusted vegetable, the one that shows up in soups, in stews, in every comfort food dish, could that be the hidden culprit still holding her back? She closed the book slowly, looked toward the kitchen, and whispered to herself, "I need to know the truth." The kettle let out a soft whistle, and the room filled with the scent of chamomile and steamed carrots. Eleanor sat back in her chair, her slippers resting neatly beneath the table. Her legs, warm and steady. Caring for the body isn't about grand changes. Sometimes, it's just a quiet decision at breakfast, a small shift on the dinner plate, a little kindness in the kitchen, and maybe tomorrow, you'll notice your steps feel just a little stronger, just enough to walk a bit farther, to smile a bit easier, to begin again, gently.